Hello students, welcome you all in English classes of RDS Group of School. Class in Literature, our one chapter is completed. So today I am going to teach you the third lesson of supplementary, and after teaching the third lesson I'll send you the thoughts, syllabus and the notes of lesson 3. Okay, and I hope you have completed your chapter 3 and the poem notes which I have sent you in your copy in a very good way. Okay class, and you all are following all the instruction which I have given you about sketch color, about leaving the line, about your handwriting. You have to improve your handwriting, as your writing is your good writing is very important. So please give little bit more time, but try to write in the perfect as you can, and please avoid spelling error. Okay class, so now we are going to start our third chapter of English supplementary, that is the shepherd's treasure. What is shepherd? Shepherd is called the person who tends sheep. Do you know what is sheep? The shepherd is called the person who tends sheep. So the story is about a shepherd. What is the story? Let's know in the chapter. A poor shepherd once lived in Iran. A poor shepherd lives in Iran country. Though he was uneducated, he was not literate, but he was very intelligent and helpful to others. The king decided to meet him disguised. Disguise means to change the look. Disguise means to change the look so nobody can identify you. Disguise means to change your look that nobody can identify you. So when the king heard about the popularity, about the good things about the shepherd, he changed his looks to meet the shepherd. How he did it? Let's know in the chapter. In a village in Iran, there once lived a shepherd. As I told you, in a village of Iran, a shepherd lives. He was very poor, so he was very poor person. He did not have a small cottage of his own. He had never been to school or learned to read and write, for there were very few schools in those days. As he was very poor, he did not have home of his own, cottage for his use, a home. He didn't have his own home. He had never went to school, so he didn't know how to write and read. For as there were very few school in those days, there were very few school, and he was very poor, so he didn't take education. Though poor and in spite of being poor and uneducated, the shepherd was very wise. The shepherd was very intelligent. He understood people's sorrows. He always understood the people's problems and troubles and sorrows, and helped them and always help the person who are in trouble and problem, and face the problem with courage and common sense. Common sense means intelligent. Always face the problem with intelligence and courage, and always help all the people who are in trouble. Many people came to him for advice. As he was very intelligent, he was very wise, so many people came to him for taking advice. So soon he became famous for his wisdom. For soon he became famous in the village and in the nearby area, as he was very wise and friendly nature. The king of the country heard about, so the king also heard about the shepherd, and the king thought to meet the shepherd. Disguised, the king changed his outlook, his clothes, his overall outlook, overall appearance. He changed that the shepherd cannot identify him, and riding on a mule. Mule is an animal like donkey. Okay, so he was riding on a mule. One day the king came to the cave. So the king came to the cave where the wise lived. So then what happened, we will know. Then king came to meet shepherd where shepherd lived. As soon as the shepherd saw the traveler coming towards the cave, as soon as the shepherd saw the king coming to, as he didn't know that he was king, as the king was thinking, so he was a normal traveler. As the shepherd saw him to coming in the cave, he rose to, so he welcomed the person. He took the tired travel inside. He came, he called him inside the cave, gave him water and the food he has to eat. The king rested for the night in the cave and was greatly, so he rested in the cave for the night, and he was very impressed by the shepherd. Hospitality means means to welcome someone, to take care someone, to welcome someone in your home. That is called hospitality. So the king was very impressed by the hospitality of shepherd and wise conversation and the intelligent talk of the shepherd. Though still tired, although the king was still tired, the king decided to depart the next morning. So he depart means to leave. The king decided to leave from there. He said, "Many thanks for your kindness to a poor traveler. I have a long way to go." He thanked the shepherd and he thanked the shepherd for his kindness, and he asked the shepherd to permit to allow him to leave. He asked his permission to leave. Looking straight into the eyes, the shepherd was looking into the eyes of the guest, and the shepherd recognized, and what he said, "Thank you, your majesty." He addressed him as your majesty, the king, for paying me the compliment of his, for giving the shepherd compliment, as the shepherd recognized that he is not a common traveler, he is the king. So he thanked the king for the compliment, for the appreciation. The king was astonished. The king was became surprised how the shepherd recognized him, and also he was also became very happy. He is indeed very wise. As the shepherd was very wise, so it was obvious that he will identify him. He thought to himself, he thought in himself, I need people like him to work. He gave offer to the shepherd to work for the king, and the king appointed this humble shepherd the governor of a small district. So he appointed the shepherd as the governor of a small district. Although he rose to power and dignity, although he became very popular, he became very famous, the shepherd remained, but he was as humble as he was earlier. He didn't change his behavior. People loved and honored him for his wisdom. Everyone loved and honored him for his intelligence, for his kindness, for his sympathy. Sympathy means kindness, and for his goodness, all the good habits. He was kind and just to and he was kind to everyone, each and everyone. He was kind. He always speak gently. His fame as a fair and wise governor. So his fame, very soon his fame spread throughout the country. In the whole country, every his fame was spread, that there is a man who is very wise, who is very intelligent, although he is a very humble and kind man. Then now the governor of, just as it is obvious, when he became very popular, the remaining governors of the palace were jealous of him. Province means kingdom. Other governors, courtiers were jealous of him and began to and he started to talk to the king against him. He started to talk bad things in front of the king for the shepherd. They said he is very dishonest. He said that he is not a honest. He is not an honest man. He is dishonest. And what the shepherd is doing, he is keeping for himself part of the money. Whatever the money he collects as a tax from the people, he is saving for himself. Why did he? And all the money he is saving in the iron chest means a box. Iron chest means a box. What is iron chest? Iron chest is a box. So why he is the other courtier told that if he is not dishonest, why he is always carrying a box with him. Perhaps he carried in it in the treasure. So she said that he is keeping treasure in that box, and he had secretly collected what the money he had collected secretly he is keeping in that box. After all, they said mockingly. Mockingly means making fun of. They said he was an ordinary they said that he was an ordinary man, so he was behaving like a thief. He is stealing all the money. So as it was expected that he was a very poor man. Then at first the king did not pay. Firstly, the king didn't pay attention to the reports what the other governors were giving him. But how long? But continuously, all the governors, all the courtiers were talking against the sufferer. So one thing was certain, the king discovered. So and why the king doubt on him? Because of the iron chest, because of the tin box what he always carried. Because of that box, the king also doubt on him. The new governor didn't carry an iron chest with him all the time, as the new governor who was shepherd always carry the chest, the box with him. So the king also doubt on him. So one day what happened? The new governor was summoned, means to be called. Summoned means to be called. The shepherd was called in the palace. He came riding on his camel. He came in the he came in the palace by camel, and to everyone delight the famous iron chest was, and everyone was become happy. Why everyone became happy? Because the shepherd was carrying the iron chest, the tin box at that time also. They are fastened securely behind. He was that was tied behind him on the, and the iron chest was fastened on the camel's back. Now the king was very, so now the king became very angry. He thundered. He started shouting. Thundered means shouting. He started shouting, why do you always carry that iron chest with you? And he asked the shepherd that why he always carried that iron chest with him. What does it contain? He asked the shepherd what the tin box, the iron chest contained. The governor smiled. The shepherd smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. So he asked to bring the chest. How eagerly the people, all the people were standing there, was very excited. Eager means excited to see what is kept in that chest. Waited for the shepherd to be found out, to see what is kept in that chest. But how great was there? But everyone became astonished, everyone became surprised, and even of the king, and the king also became surprised when the chest was opened, and what they found, that no gold or silver or there was no gold, no silver, there is nothing is kept, no money, no jewelry, nothing was kept in that chest, in that box. And what was kept in that box? a, an old blanket was kept. Holding it proudly, the shepherd said, after holding the blanket, the shepherd said, this my dear master is my only treasure. He called that this blanket is my treasure, and I always carry this blanket with me, with me. That's why I always carry that box, because this blanket is my treasure, and I always carry this blanket with me in this box. But why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? The king asked. Why you always carry this simple blanket with you? What is special in it? Surely you are the governor of a district, and the king said that you are a governor of a district. The king asked, to which the shepherd replied. So the shepherd replied the question of the king very politely, with dignity, with respect. This blanket is my oldest friend. What he said, that the blanket is the oldest friend of the shepherd. It will be protect me if any time your majesty wish to take away my new cloak means cloth. So what he said, if anyone will take off my new clothes what you have given me, Then at that time this blanket will protect me. What he said, that when my new things, my new popularity, my new clothes, my new luxuries will be taken by anyone, this blanket will always protect me. How pleased the king. No, so the king was became very pleased after hearing the answer of the shepherd. And he also became very embarrassed. The jealous governors became to hear the wise reply. So all the governors became very embarrassed, very shameful after hearing the reply of the shepherd. Now they knew the shepherd was, and now everyone was sure and believed that the king was originally a good person and an intelligent person in the land. In the whole kingdom, the shepherd was the kindest and the most intelligent person. The king, now the what did the king do? The king made him the governor of a much bigger district that every day, very day. In earlier he was a governor of a small district. Now the king made him the governor of a big district. So what is the moral of the story? That we should be always kind and humble to everyone. Okay class, so your story is ended here. I hope you have enjoyed the story. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So tomorrow I'll send you the third syllabus and the notes of this chapter. So make sure that the lesson 3 and poem should be done in your literature. Thank you.